Hey everybody, Mr. Jenkins here again. This will be your lesson for section 2.3, which is about solving multi-step equations. Just to kind of preface this lesson, it will be a big step forward from the last two as far as difficulty level. So we'll probably spend a couple of days on it. So anyways, just kind of mentally be ready for that. Be willing to ask questions if you're not understanding, and also, be patient enough to try to understand it, right? So bear with it and just do your best. Anyways, it says when solving equations, you should blank the expressions on both on blank of the equations. So the answer here is simplify the expressions on both sides of the equation. So remember the worksheet that I gave you on Friday that was called Simplifying Algebraic Expressions. So hopefully you did your job, you did that, or at least most of it, and checked the answers, because that's just going to be part of your work on this lesson. If you can't do that, if you can't simplify algebraic expressions well, you will struggle. So you may want to go back to Friday's post and find that worksheet and try to work through it. Then use blank to blank the variable. So then use, just like we normally do, inverse operations to isolate the variable. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get to it. I have the calculator pulled up. Not sure how much I'll use it because I don't want to take too much of your time here. So anyways, looking at example A, we have 5 equals 5a minus 23 plus 2a. We're not ready to start yet because we have like terms on the same side. In other words, the right side of my equation is not simplified, right? It's not simplified. So what I need to do to simplify it is I need to CLT, which means combine like terms. Okay, so I'm not doing anything to both sides here. I'm just simplifying the right side. So I'm just rewriting this as 5 equals 5 plus 2 is 7. So 5a plus 2a is 7a. So 7a minus 23. At this point, this is just a two-step equation. So I am going to subtract 23 from both sides. Just because I can't fit all this, I will go ahead and just let's just do that in the calculator. So 5 minus 23 is going to be negative 18. So we have negative 18 on this side equals hopefully you all are correcting my mistake. I'm already messing up. That's good to know. That's good to know your math teacher messes up too with all these steps. I was like, looking at the numbers, I knew that wasn't going to be right. So anyways, we don't minus 23 to get rid of minus 23. We plus 23 to get rid of minus 23. So sorry, I should have plus 23. So 5 plus 23 is going to be 28, which makes a lot more sense. So 28 equals 7a. And then just 28 divided by 7 is going to give me, let's type something wrong. Let's try 28 divided by 7 that's going to be 4, but 28 divided by 7 is 4. So we get 4 equals a. And even though it's a little bit tougher on these equations, you could sub that back in and see if it works, right? So if I sub 4 into my original equation, then I would have 5 times 4 minus 23 minus 23 plus 2 times 4. And that's 5, which that's what it's supposed to be, so I know I'm correct. Always good to check those answers. All right, looking at the next one, we need to see LT on the left side this time. So 11 minus 6 is 5, so 11b minus 6b is 5b. And negative 4 minus 4 is negative 8 or minus 8. Okay, so a lot of people will mess that up right there. All right, I suggest you just type it in, negative 4 minus 4. Hopefully you get better at it, but until you do, let that calculator help you through it. It stinks when you work through a whole like 5-step equation and you make one little mistake and it's all wrong. Anyways, now I'm doing plus 8 to both sides, so 22 plus 8 is going to be 30. So I have 5b equals 30. And then I'm ready to go ahead and divide. So b equals whatever 30 over 5 is. So that is 6. Okay, so I will try to leave the other 3 for you. They're on the notes worked out. So I suggest you look over those, maybe try them on your own and double check them. Okay, then we'll have a word problem. So we're going to continue to practice that skill. So remember, first thing on a word problem, I'm not even going to read the problem. I'm just going to kind of skip ahead. So I know to define my variable, which is my first step on a word problem, I'm going to look at what does it want me to find. So right here it says, what is the cost of one shirt? So let's see the cost per shirt. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and read the problem. Martha takes her niece and nephew to a concert. She buys T-shirts and bumper stickers for them. The bumper stickers cost $1 each. Martha's niece wants 1 shirt and 4 bumper stickers. Her nephew wants 2 shirts and no bumper stickers. If Martha's total is $67, what is the cost of 1 shirt? All right, so let's just go. Here's one important thing to know. Bumper stickers are $1 each. So, and then the cost of a shirt is represented by C. So her niece is going to have 1 C, one cost of a shirt, plus 4 cost of a bumper sticker, which we know is $1. Okay, so for Martha's niece, that's going to be 1 times C plus 4 times 1. And then her nephew wants 2 shirts, no bumper stickers, so that'd be 2 times C plus 0 times 1. And then Martha's total is $67. That's what we're going to set our expression equal to make it an equation. So step 2, let's see what we end up with here when we write all this out. So we're going to add the niece plus the nephew and set that equal to 67. All right, so the niece is 1C. I'm just going to write C there, plus 4 times 1. What's 4 times 1? 4. Plus the nephew, so 2C. And then what's 0 times 1? That's 0. I'm not going to write plus 0. So I'll go ahead and set this equal to 67. And then try to solve it. So combine like terms over here. 1C plus 2C is 3C. Okay, and then I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So that's going to give me 3C equals 67 minus 4 is 63. And then 63 divided by 3 is going to be 21. So the cost of a shirt is $21. I like to always go back through and make sure it makes sense, right? So now if I know that, let's read back through. So our niece wants 1 shirt, which is going to be $27, and 4 bumper stickers, which is $4. Nephew wants 2 shirts, so that'd be 2 times 21. I don't know why I typed 27. Try to make that 21 like it's supposed to be. And then it equals, and then we get 67, which we know we want it to be. Okay, so my answer makes sense. All right, let's see. So I think what I might do here is do, let me do example, well, let's just keep going, and then I may just give you 2 days of video on this lesson, just because it's a little more involved. All right, so let's pick up with example 3 here, and that may be where we finish this video. We'll probably spend 2 days on this lesson, okay? So solving equations using the distributive property. So nothing changed from what we said first. You have to simplify either side if necessary first, okay? So on A's equation, that's the left side. That is not simplified, right? I would want to go ahead and distribute. So negative 8 times 2a is negative 16a. Negative 8 times minus 1 is plus 8. Remember, negative times negative gives me a positive. Equals 36. And then from there, you got yourself a 2-step equation. So if I subtract 8 from both sides, that will give me negative 16a equals whatever 36 minus 8 is. So 28. And this will be a good one right here because 16 doesn't go into 28. So what do we do when we get this type of answer? So anyways, when I go to divide here, so divide my answer by the coefficient, which is negative 16. I get a decimal, which that decimal does terminate, so you might be able to write it that way. But if MathXL says, if the directions on one like this might say enter your answer as an integer or a fraction, then you may have to turn that into a fraction, which you can more easily do that on your calculator. You can also do it on this type of calculator by going to math and then fraction. But it'd be negative 7 over 4 or negative 1 3/4. Okay. So you can see me if you don't know how to do that on your TI-30. All right. Looking at example 2, I will show you another way that you could possibly do these that only makes sense in certain contexts. All right. So you can definitely distribute the 3, and that makes sense every time. Okay. But you can also check this, right? Does this, we can treat this 3 almost like a coefficient. Does this 3 go into the other side? Does 3 go into 18? In this case, the answer is yes. So another way here, another approach would be divide everything by 3. Divide both sides by 3 first. And what happens? So 18 over 3 is 6. So on the left side, we have 6. On the right side, all it does is cancel out this times 3, right? So essentially, you're left with whatever's in the parentheses. So 2b minus 6. Most people won't use that maneuver because you think distribute, and if you want to distribute every time, that's totally fine. But I'm going to go ahead and solve from here. Plus 6 to both sides is going to give me 12 equals 2b. And then 12 over 2 gives me that b equals 6. I should have written 6 equals b, but that means the same thing. Okay. I think that I will probably cut this video off here. Okay. I will post the assignment. And if you can do the whole assignment with just this video, that is fine. But I would say just do what you can because I am going to send another video. If you don't want to do any of it before the next video, that's fine, but you will have to be busy on something, right? So again, I will send a little bit more out on this video. I'll work more examples so I can talk you through them. However, you'll have the notes. So if that works for you, feel free to finish this Math Excel assignment today if you can, but most won't, okay, and that's fine. So that's all I have for you. I'll send out another video tomorrow. I just didn't want to make this one too long, so that's why I'm cutting it off a little bit short. So thanks for your time, and have a nice rest of your day.